So is God is weak to create things? No. Is God is weak to be worshipped without having
the
things?
One that created.
Why?
Don't you think he could create?
And the same thing. Why? That's the same thing when you argue with people.
That's
the
like
atheism.
saying, why do I need to believe in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him?
Okay, that's my brother. Listen, you need to learn. I'm telling you, yeah. You just, I believe, yeah. I think, I will assume. I will not say I believe. No, I assume. What you are going through is only a phase, yeah. And then later on, you will discover what you are talking now is nonsense.
Okay.
So the phase that you're going through, you are saying, okay, I was Catholic. Catholicism didn't make sense to me. 3 gods, 1 God, all of these things, it doesn't make sense to me. Then I'm searching. While I'm searching, I went into Hinduism, which is instead of 3, we have multiple gods. And then later, before he was saying no, not gods, and now he admitted they are gods. So now they said, oh, they are gods. You admit that.
I did not change my point from the very beginning.
So
I told you they're deities. I told you they're not God. God itself.
Okay.
God is separate to the gods. You say they're gods.
So the
you
same
say
thing.
These gods are on the same level of God. No, they're not.
Okay. Later, I'm not talking about level or not. We're not talking about the level or not.
Of course you
the
are.
same thing.
You said they have to worship them.
Yeah.
To worship God.
Yeah. So that's they have to believe. Listen, believing in something.
To believe they exist.
Exactly.
Yes.
Believing in something that it is God. That's an act of worship.
It is God.
No, listen.
It's not. They're not God.
Listen. Believing in something, not about existence. I believe this tree exists. I didn't worship this tree. I believe it exists. It doesn't matter. But when I believe in a God other than the creator of the heavens and the earth, yeah, this is an act of worship. It starts with this. So, for example, that's the definition of the worship. The worship is not an only act. It starts in a belief, in a faith. You have something faith. This is the beginning of the worship, and then you do action. That is the consequence of your faith. So that's why when you say there are gods, which is what's called the main god in the Hinduism, was the main Brahman or Brahman, yeah. The Brahman has created gods. So if I believe there are gods and those gods that are worthy of worship, this is an act of worship, even without you prostrate to them or offer anything.
Vedas make it very clear
so
that they
that's
give
an act
you
of worship.
God's grace,
so that's an act of
they give you God's grace, and you can find God through that grace.
Exactly. So which means you have to worship them. That's my point.
So why do you say you have to when I clearly said
again, listen, did I give my explanation to you?
Yeah, but
the worship, the worship, it starts from faith, from belief, you understand?
Worship.
Yeah, the worship starts from faith. We're not talking about the existence of something. We're talking about, for example, we Muslims, let's give you an example. We believe in the angels, yeah? Part of our faith. By us believing in the existence of the angels, which is an unseen world, this is an act of worship. An act of worship of God.
So you're saying that you don't believe that they exist?
If I don't believe in the angels, that they exist, I'm a disbeliever in Islam. Yeah. As simple as that. So that's why, going back to the point, so the act of worship, it starts not just only by you making an effort to worship physical things, to do something physically, like for example, to prostrate or to offer or to do things. No, it starts with a faith in the heart. That is the beginning of the worship. So that's why when I said to you from the beginning, you cannot believe in Brahma except if you believe in all of these gods. Yeah, this is the beginning of the worship of these gods, because they are not just only creation. They are, in the sight of Brahma, they are gods worthy of worship, which means people, they have to worship them. Yeah. Again, worship not necessarily means an act. Do you understand?
Does it say in the Vedas, for you to reach Brahman, you have to pray to the deities?
Again,
you don't know.
If you don't believe,
saying that out of your perception of.
Anyone can be Hindu without believing in these deities?
Brother, are you trying to...
Simple. Can anyone be Hindu? Good. That's my point. So you cannot be Hindu. Yeah. So if you cannot be Hindu except if you believe in these deities. That's my point. That's exactly my point. Meaning you cannot believe, true believer in God, except if you believe in these gods.
If you believe they exist. Where does worship come into this?
Okay. Are they worthy of worship in the sight of Brahma? in the sight of Brahma, not anyone else. Are they worthy of worship to the people?
Yes.
That's my point. So they are in the sight of Brahma, the one who created them according to you, the one who made them.
Why are they worthy
are,
of worship?
That's here.
Why are they worthy of worship?
Okay, so which means if I don't worship them and don't believe in them, that person cannot be a Hindu. And I don't believe in them. And I don't believe in worshipping them. That's why for me they're not.
The Vedas doesn't say you have to be a Hindu.
Yeah, that again.
Right?
That's again. So it's a big.
You say a believer in the Vedas.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, of course.
So you cannot be a Hindu, as you said again. You are confirming what I was saying. You cannot be a Hindu.
That point, yeah. But I totally disagree with the fact that you think that just because they're worthy of worship means you have to. They're worthy.
You know?
They're worthy.
Do you know?
That does not mean you have to.
Do you have to do what Brahma is commanding you to do?
What commanded?
Oh, do you believe? Do you have to believe?
There is no commandments.
Okay. Do you have to believe what Brahma commanded you to believe in?
There is no commandments.
Do you have to believe what Brahma made me to believe in?
To be a Hindu? Yeah.
That's my point. Yeah. So Brahma is saying to you, yeah, in the Vedas, that you have to believe in these gods.
Yes.
And those gods, people they worship them.
Yes.
And in the sight of Brahma, those are worthy of worship. So how come you say they're not worthy of worship?
I didn't say that. I
Okay.
you don't have to.
So if I believe that they're not worthy of worship, if
not,
I believe,
you're stuck on the same point. I'm telling you, you don't have
if
to.
I believe,
If it's not mandatory.
okay, so it's not mandatory.
It's not mandatory.
So that
Then what
means
is your point then?
Vedas is not mandatory to believe in all the things in the Vedas.
No, you're contradicting yourself now.
Okay.
Listen, okay, I'm gonna make it last try, okay?
Maybe there are some English speakers here. Let's ask their opinion about the deities and other things. Because English is not my first language, but it's very interesting to see some English people.
Worthy of worship, yes?
Yeah, 1 second. Just can I ask you a question? Because are you English yourself? Are you born English? Yeah. Okay. What does it mean, deities? Deities. What does it mean? Gods. Yeah. Okay. So deities are gods. Yeah. So he says deities not gods before, so it was confusing. I thought because me English. Listen.
They are not God. They're
Okay.
gods.
So they are gods.
They're not God.
Okay. Good.
They're
That's
not
my.
Brahmin.
So there are multiple gods.
Listen, don't even give Brahmin the word God, okay? Let's just say he's Brahmin. Okay? The ultimate one God.
Okay.
You understand?
So
and
there-
then there is deities, which are his creation.
So
And
there
they're
are.
worthy of worship.
So we have. All right. Okay. So we have multiple gods. You have to believe in multiple gods in Hinduism.
Yes.
Yes. So that's our beginning of our conversation. You cannot be a Hindu without believing in multiple
These
gods.
gods you don't have to worship.
But you have to believe in them.
Believe that they exist. Just like I have to believe that that tree is existing while I'm conscious.
No. Believe in the tree, about the existence of the tree. I'm not worshipping that tree.
You don't have to
One
worship
second. But if I believe that tree is worthy of worship according to the Vedas,
Yes.
that means it's a god. That means I have to worship it.
No,
That's what it means.
doesn't mean you have to. You keep saying you're mandatory. It's not mandatory.
Okay.
You can walk right past the tree and go to God. And even if you
Okay,
do pray,
then why God made it this confusing to me, and why he doesn't make it?
confusing to you because you're a Muslim.
Yeah,
You
why
believe
didn't you
in
read
one
about
God
Islam?
and you think-
Why didn't you learn about Islam yourself?
I know a lot about Islam.
Okay, what do you know about Islam?
Ask me a question. It's very wide.
No, I could ask you some detailed question.
Okay.
Tell me the narrator of the hadith. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Okay,
In order
ask.
to reach Jannah, you have to believe there's one God.
Okay.
You have to believe in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and that he's the final messenger. Yes?
Okay.
You have to believe in the thereafter. Okay. You have to believe on Judgment Day. Muslim. That's being a
Okay.
Muslim.
Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Okay. Yeah. No, but to me, what doesn't make sense, eternal hell.
Eternal hell.
I don't believe it.
So if the eternal hell wasn't there, will you believe in Islam?
I don't know. I'm not sure because it's not the real thing, right?
I'm asking you, if the eternal hell is not there, you believe in Islam?
No, because then I have to believe in a prophet.
You don't believe in Prophet Muhammad? Okay, why? What does it make you don't believe in Prophet Muhammad?
Because he said you have to do this or you go to eternal hell.
Like what?
You have to pray 5 times a day. Like I just said, you have
Who told you if the one who doesn't pray 5 times they will go to heaven?
Okay, no. Forget it. Sorry, I said that. I retract that. You have to believe in the thereafter. You have to believe that Allah is one God. You have to believe in Judgment Day.
Okay.
I don't believe in Judgment Day.
You don't-
and
okay.
you have to believe that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the last.
Okay. So
Well,
if you
now he's recording. Anyways,
if you don't believe, one second. If you don't believe, it's me recording. He's recording me. They're not you.
I want to go.
Listen, you will go.
I'm done with this.
Listen, I want to answer you about Islam. You ask a question. I want to answer you.
No, you asked me what I know about
Okay,
Islam.
I
I didn't ask you any more questions
Okay.
after the day.
I asked you
a question about the pen, and then we got into it.
Okay. Let me try to explain, because you brought something. We need to explain, yeah? Now, believing in the Day of Judgment. You said you don't believe there is Day of Judgment. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't want to record it. Okay, I'm not recording it, okay?
Yeah? So if you don't believe in the Day of Judgment, according to you, so do you think those people who commit all these crimes with the world, do you think they're going to get away from it?
No.
No?
The law of karma makes it very simple.
What do they
Law
do?
of karma.
They're going to come as an insect or as a cat or as a dog or
You
something?
can say that, but yeah.
Is that how it goes? Is that the punishment?
Yes. The punishment.
Why these cats? You're saying these dogs or cat or rats or whatever? Do you think they are? Yeah. Do you think? Yeah.
Do I believe that they are they are the result of punishment?
Yeah. Come. Listen. Come stand behind us. All the time. Okay. All right. So since you brought this, yeah, and that's another very interesting thing. So you're saying these rats or whatever these humiliated animals, you believe that they used to be human beings who commit crimes in the past and then they became.
They're all God's creation, and depending on what you do in that creation, you evolve into the next creation. Okay? So if the rat, right, feels his duties as a rat, right, the power of the soul of the rat is the same as the soul of mine. We have the same soul.
Talk about yourself. Okay. Now I will ask you a question. Have you read any science?
Yeah, I was talking about myself.
Okay. Have you learned any science before?
Science.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what the cosmological scientists are saying about the universe?
Tell me.
You know the universe is going to go to an end eventually at one point. Yeah? There's going to be an end. One point, there's going to be an end. So at that end, what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's been very clear that destroyer and then there's creator. The world will be destroyed and then it will be recreated and then life will start again. Very simple.
It's going to restart again.
Just like before the Big Bang, there was another galaxy.
Who said that? There is no evidence with this.
There is a temple in India,
Yeah?
temple of rats.
Yeah, I know, the temple of rats. They worship the rats, yeah. They do this.
It's not only rats
Listen,
to humans.
you see here,
Humans are also turned into rats according to that.
Yes, 100%.
yeah, that's my point is to you, yeah. You need to learn more about Islam. And my advice to you need to learn more about Islam. That's my advice to you if you want to listen to my
Any
advice.
Muslim would say
Yeah.
that, right?
No.
So any Hindu.
Yeah.
And then I would say you.
I learned enough to know there are multiple gods. For me, that's
you
it.
don't know. Clearly.
Yeah, I know clearly that there is multiple gods. Not necessarily they are co-equal, yeah, but still there are multiple gods and worthy of worship. That means for me, if enough is enough. But my point is, I don't have to go through certain things if I can go directly to the to God. No, the Hinduism you have to believe in other things. Yeah, that's one thing.
We went that point.
The other thing as well for you, yeah. For people who commit all these crimes, yeah, and all of these things, the people who has done righteous deeds, why they need to come back to suffer again in this life again and again and again?
Until you stop
Yeah.
doing it, until you figure yourself out, until you have no more selfish desires.
We are a selfish creation.
Sorry?
We are created as selfish. We have selfishness in our nature.
Don't have to be selfish.
We are. That's how we are. That's how we are. That's how we
The
are.
soul of your body is not selfish.
Something else. The soul, which is the rat one or the dog one, or which one? You said it's the same. You see, brother, listen.
You're not educated on it, so you assume.
No, I'm
Just
saying.
like if I was not educated on Islam, I would think you're all terrorists. Right?
Okay.
I
No,
would
that's
think-
wrong.
What do you mean?
No, that's
So
wrong.
that's wrong. If I wasn't educated on Islam, based on the news, would I not
Not
say?
best in use. Now here we have. You said just now 1 minute ago.
have to
Your
talk-
soul and the rat soul are same. This is
Yes.
what you said.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the point now for us? If you be a rat, better than to be a human being?
It's not better.
Who said?
All creation is the same.
Okay. Then there is no better. There's no better between and a.
Yeah.
There is.
but your
There is
body,
no.
Your body is more enhanced. It's more.
So that means you and the rat and the dog in the sight of Brahma is same.
Yes.
So you're the same. You're like a dog
100%.
in the sight of Brahma,
Same.
and you're like a rat. Can they understand where you are? You can't see any confusion in your understanding of this.
No. Why? Because it's God's creation. Okay? He made all life equal.
How you are honorable more than them? How you can decide things better than all the other creation of God? How your
I'm more
decision?
developed. I'm more
But you could be less developed in the next life.
Yes, you can.
How come?
You're so because of what you do. So see, you
Listen.
don't you find it very confusing.
No, it
and
is.
You don't believe
It is even confusing for you. That's why
No, it's not.
no, when I ask you,
I'm very
when I ask
answered
you,
your
when I
question.
ask you a certain question before, listen to me. You said different answers to different things. Yeah, you said. Let me tell you. You said different answers. That's why.
What's the different answer?
Like for example, you say you denied that they are gods, and then you said they are deities, not gods.
What do you mean?
And then later
We
on you
went
said yes,
over
they are
this.
gods.
What's your name?
My name is Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
We went over this. I told you they're worthy. You don't have to. They're,
Worthy in the sight of Brahma, but don't have to.
you don't have to worship them.
So worthy for worship, but don't have to. The one God is saying to you, they are worthy for worship, and you say no, you don't have to.
Okay.
What kind of
There's a
nonsense?
lot of food, right? Does that mean you have to eat all the food?
No existence of something and worthy of worship is something else. When I say this tree is worthy of worship,
I did not give a different answer. I kept it the same. So after that, when the conversation is about to end, don't try to say that I switched my answer.
yeah, you
Because
should.
I did not.
You changed it a bit. Your
A
answers.
bit. Now you're saying a bit. I did
You
not
changed a lot,
change
not to say a
because
bit. I retract. You changed a lot in your answers, not a bit.
I
I'm
started
wrong.
off saying that they're deities. Yes.
And then you change to be gods. And I said to you, they are gods. Then you said no, they're not gods.
Gods and deities are the same thing.
No. Later
I
on.
told you leave gods.
I wish it was recorded. But anyway, some of it was recorded. But you said initially they're not gods. And I said to you, this Hinduism.
I said not
initially,
God because of your perception of God.
Initially, we were talking
I
about
told you their
Hinduism.
creation of God.
One
Yes.
second. Initially, we said Hinduism, you have to believe in multiple gods, and you said to me, no, you don't have to believe there is one God. And then when we discussed, I
You
told
don't have to believe there's one God.
no, you said this. You said no, Hinduism. You said
Replay your thing, 'cause
okay.
now you're putting
No.
words in my mouth,
Let me
and I don't
repeat.
like this.
Let me
Because
repeat what I
It was a
said.
respectful conversation, but
Let-
now you're putting words in my
Let
mouth.
me repeat what I said now.
No, you're repeating what I said,
Okay.
which is false.
I asked. No. Let me tell you now. Maybe you misunderstood me. I said to you, believing in Hinduism, you have to believe in multiple gods.
Yes.
You said to me, no, you have to believe in one God. Then I said to you, no, hold on a second. We know all these gods existing in the Hinduism religion. And then you
Then
said
I
to me,
asked
you said to
what do
me,
you mean by believe?
there are. One second.
Believe of existence
One second.
or believe that they're God?
Both.
No, not both.
So you don't believe they are gods.
They're not God.
Not God there, God there, it's there with S, gods.
Are they the same? Do they have the same principles as God?
Not necessarily. It's
Well,
same as
not
a,
necessarily.
same as a Christian.
When you
You
say-
believe in Jesus. One second. Christianity, they say we believe in Jesus as God, but it's not co-equal to the Father. Yeah, they're not co-equal to the
They're
Father.
calling him God.
And you calling him God.
himself.
No, some of them, not all of them. Again, some of them they call him. He is the Son of God.
That's contradiction.
You ask them.
The Vedas make it very simple.
Yeah. Yes. So they are gods. Yes.
They're deities. You can call them gods.
Not
yeah.
call them. They are gods. So in Hinduism, you have to believe in multiple gods. That's my saying in the beginning.
And did I say
So you have to
wrong?
believe in multiple gods.
Yes.
So that's the point here. So that's why, how come on a religion?
What did I say? Believe of existence.
No, no, believe in, it doesn't matter. Believe in multiple
To
gods.
you, it doesn't matter. To
No.
the Vedas, it clearly
Yeah, okay. In the Vedas, you have to believe in multiple gods.
existence.
Yeah.
Existence of multiple gods.
Yeah,
yes.
multiple gods. And
Creation
also,
of gods. I made that very simple.
and also, they are worthy of worship in the sight sight of Brahma. Meaning, people, if they worship, it's okay. It's fine. You find to worship other than the divine.
You know why?
See, that's
because devotion is very powerful.